Do you think Instagram is ruining weddings?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, do you think it's putting too much pressure on brides to have like a Insta viral moment and things like that, and our weddings becoming more for the gram than like being present in the moment?
I think yes and no, because see, it's a very fun way to document your wedding, like, put on stories, but it does get overboard when brides have that, that whole Pinterest board to tick that, okay, I need to have this shot, I need to get this done, I need to have, like, a certain twirling shot, I need to have my groom crying.
This sounds like you as a bride, just that's why.
Yeah, by the way. But yeah, I mean, to each their own. It's just that don't put so much pressure on yourself, right? As a bride, don't put too much pressure on yourself. कि आपको content strategist चाहिए, like, what reels to post, like what shots to take, like that's a lot. You're already under so much pressure.
Yeah.
But like, I would say that a lot of people would argue in the comments that we might be the ones as WedMeGood who are perpetuating this, Insta-worthy like weddings, which was never really, that's never really was the ethos of what we wanted to convey as a brand. In fact, last year somebody came to me and they were like, "Oh, you're the founder of WedMeGood and I love following. I found a lot of my vendors through the app, but I wanted to just say that, sometimes I can't afford a lot of a big wedding, and I feel a lot of pressure when I look at the feed to be a particular way, right? And to me, I felt really sad hearing that, because yes, we do feature even the court marriages, the smaller weddings, like we just featured a beautiful temple wedding, etc. But I would never want people to feel that pressure to be there.
Yeah, I think Instagram, like any brand, Instagram is aspirational, right?
Yeah.
It's not, this is what is trending, so you have to do this. Not necessary. You can take ideas, grab ideas from whatever you see on Instagram, and then curate something which comes under your budget. I mean, it's easy.
But I think one thing that, like, even if you go beyond this, right, beyond the perfect feeds, I feel like I do see a change in weddings wherein people are more concerned with the aesthetics of the wedding rather than the feeling of the wedding, right? Like weddings, especially Indian weddings, to me are like beautiful because that's the one time in your life you're going to see your entire family and friends together in one place. And you need to be in the moment and enjoy that moment and not care about that, like we are super coordinated, or like I have missed that one moment which was like perfect, and get stressed about that. Like forget all of it.
I have never understood कि कैसे आप इतना बड़ा ऐसे लहंगा पहन के ऐसे पैर घुसा के, how can you go inside?
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
This is exactly about ignoring the aesthetic and like I wanted to get married on the beach and it's special to me.
If I am spending 5 lakhs on a lehenga, I am not going anywhere around sand and मैं ऐसे पैर, और मैंने स्पेशली जब मेहंदी लगवाई है पैर पे और मैनिक्योर कराया है, there is no way मैं ऐसे जाऊंगी, रेत में नहीं होता.
ठीक है, that's on you, but my point is like enjoying that beach wedding is more important than that lehenga which you frankly will never wear again, getting spoiled because of the sand.
After Feras, my friend and her husband jumped into the water, in their wedding glory.
How cool. See, like that moment you remember.
Yeah. Okay, agreed.
I don't know if brides today can relate to how people got married 12 years ago. There was no Instagram. There was no photos also of anybody's work.
Photos, like
no photos. I got 3 photos from my makeup artist and it was literally like grainy phone shot photos. And maybe I'll put up my wedding photo here for you to see how bad the makeup was.
You trusted a person randomly, like do your wedding makeup.
Yes, because I was getting married in a different city. So I didn't know anybody there. It was a random person. There were no reviews.
Okay.
And I just trusted a person randomly. It turned out horrible. And that is the reason we actually started WedMeGood, right? Because our photographer as well, like if you see our wedding album, there is like a normal photo of me against a wall on my mehendi outfit, and there is a flower doodled out of my hand. Then there's a Chinese hut in the background.
But I think this is the reason that we started our reviews also, right? That is the reason that someone goes to our app and they see a bunch of reviews that I think and even compare.
The one thing I don't understand is that people will see reviews for like the show they're watching or the movie they're watching. They will not check reviews of their photographer or makeup artist or venue. And there are so many like horror stories that we hear of. I don't think you can trust Instagram to know how good
Majority of them are filtered. And like most of them are like, showcasing their real work. So you can't.